It's time for a commute. I need to get down to a stag station, and I think we need to go to the Abyss now that I've got the new thing, and see how that goes. It's this is gonna be interesting. Alarming hallway. I'm a bit concerned. Where are the spikes in here? Are they on the... I don't remember if they're on the elevator or if they're on the wall. Not on the elevator. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're done with it. So I haven't played this game in like 3 weeks, maybe more. I'm a little alarmed by that. This was not the plan. I was planning on beating it all in one continuous thing, but then Frostpunk came out, and I'm like, well, I better beat this game in one continuous series of sessions, which was 2 sessions total, because I have to manage a city, and I didn't want to have to come back every half an hour and like relearn where I was on like the technology progression or the laws and how my cities lay it out and stuff like that. So it seemed like the best way to make that series good was to beat it in 1 session. It was too long for that, so I beat it in 2 sessions. Then the Surge, I was like, let's finally play the Surge, but oh shit, Dark Souls is gonna come out. And when Dark Souls comes out, Dark Souls Remastered, I don't want to be playing 2 Souls-likes at the same time with their slightly different control schemes and slightly different timings, because it would ruin my brain. I did that once with Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 Call of the First Sin when they came out a week apart from each other, which to this day I'm baffled they ever did that. Why would they put games from the same developer out a week apart from each other? What Bandai Namco, why did you do that? But that was a hell of a time trying to play those games at the same time. And so I have now also beaten the entirety of I've beaten the entirety of that game too. I also have beaten like 2/3 of The Last of Us, I think. So, since I last played Hollow Knight, I played all of 2/3 of The Last of Us, all of Frostpunk, all of Surge, and all along that way, I'm like, yeah, tomorrow I'll beat Hollow Knight. At first, I thought I was just gonna take 1 day off and then finish this spree, and here I am, like, you guys are basically caught up with me now. You guys are watching The White Palace right now, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm out of videos. I'm out of videos of Hollow Knight. I need to get back in, and it's been so long. And that's a mistake when the schedule works out that way. Whenever the schedule works out in a way where you're like, oh shit, I accidentally took a break from a thing for too long and now I have to like relearn how to play the game, that's a problem. Which, funnily enough, just happened with Pipe Push Paradise. I didn't touch it for like almost 3 months. Because I was stuck on a puzzle, and then I was trying to get back into it, and trying to solve the puzzles is only made harder. Like, trying to get back into it and solve a puzzle you were stuck on is only made harder by a break, because you're like, I'm even less in tune with all this shit. So I'm sure there won't be any backfiring of any kind with the fact that I need to fight the final boss of this game when I'm out of practice. This is just where I got that one upgrade. So it must be somewhere else. I don't know where the thing is. I think it's supposed to be in the Abyss. There might have been an explanation here. Holy charm symbolizing union between higher beings. The bearer will slowly absorb the limitless soul contained within. Opens way to a birthplace. I should be wearing that. Shit. And it's 5. It's freaking expensive. I wanted to keep Mark of Pride on. So, and Unbreakable Strength, because they're really cool. So, at the moment, I'm not even wearing Gathering Swarm, and I'm not wearing the Manly Odor thing. Defender's Crest. I wanted to have Wayward Compass, though, back on for navigation purposes. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. This might be the finale? I guess you guys already know. I imagine the boss is practically all that's left, but I have no idea. I was surprised by how many people responded in a way I did not expect during the Nightmare King video going up. People seemed to think I was gonna leave and quit and stop playing the game, as opposed to the message I think I was going for, which is I don't know if I can beat this guy, which is very different. I guess maybe people didn't know if I knew that he was optional, which of course he's optional, he's a DLC character. So I don't know. But people were like, oh my god, don't quit, and I'm like, what? Or like, they're like, it's okay, you can take a break for several weeks and come back, or something like that. I'm like, I'm just gonna go play the game. I'm just not doing this optional boss anymore. That was an interesting response. I was in an emotional state, though, so who knows. Yeah. Fuck. This isn't gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna do this just this once. Yeah, I know. I've stuck to not doing that, but literally I'm not even doing a run right now. I was literally just trying to do this one thing. So I'll use the exploit where you teleport back to a bench. People were telling me to do this all throughout the entire playthrough. And, but like other people were like, don't ever do that, ever, period. And I was in that camp mostly, because it seemed kind of douchey, generally. Well, that uses up basically every slot, so I'll just go back to Gathering Swarm. I'll put those back on when I'm done with this. But yeah, I was in agreeance on the idea. Oh shit. We're here. I was in agreeance on the idea that pausing to teleport away whenever something bad's happening is... I feel like it cheapens the game, and so I'm very much not in favor of using that most of the time. Because yeah, you can escape from any dangerous situation, or like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to my Geo? I'm in danger. Like any sticky situation, you can pause the game and quit, and then you'll load back in at the last bench you sat at with like no consequences. And I mean, make your own rules, I suppose, but for me that seemed like a bridge not to cross. Kind of like making a decision and kind of like making a decision on purpose in a RPG where you knew what you were doing and then not liking the result and then reloading your save. Like I'm not big into that either. I'll pretty much only reload saves in RPGs when something really glitchy and bullshit happens that's incomprehensible and I want a more satisfying outcome than a glitch being what resolves the situation. Or the alternative is when a game really, really poorly conveys what's happening, more or less. And it feels like the outcome's unsatisfying. Not because the decision I made had unforeseen consequences, but because the game obfuscated my decision, or even like misrepresented it in the reverse in some cases. That's brutal when that happens. If you watch the Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough, you get a really specific view into my views on when to or not to load saves, because I did very specific responses to a lot of that. Let's see. Did I have that already when I came here last time? So I'm not even showing up. Oh, now I'm on the map again now. Oh, is this it? This might be it. An imprint of abyss given form. Okay. What? Opens way to Birthplace. Is that not it? Have I done anything with that yet? Ugh. Careful. This is where we fell into this thing, right? And I like sank in, and I think it gave me the dash ability. Huh. I'm not sure if I know what I'm doing. Let's try this again. Oh! Floor disappeared before I even hit it. Okay. This is new. Hey buddy, pal. Die. 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 Thank you for all the dying. Very polite of you. Really big on the dead ends around here. It's just an entire zone made entirely of masks. Kind of par for the course by this game's standards. Ow. We've already played through entire zones that seem like they are made entirely of corpses. Or the carapaces or shells or whatever. Hey. An arcane egg. More of that geo the game basically has zero use for, except for when they made the impossibly expensive unbreakables. Ah, ow. Ow! Big hit, too. Oh well. My recovery thing will very, very slowly give me additional soul, so there's that. Although from what I can gather, it seems like it's a really minuscule amount. It's a slow amount of soul progress for what's also just a lot of notches being used up. 5? It's way too much. Ow, that's a miss. Not the worst item ever though for casual exploration, but you get it so late in the game that you're not really doing any more casual exploration besides right now, basically. After this, I'll probably not be doing this anymore. But having a tiny trickle of healing means that every little random mistake you make is almost immediately forgiven. Shiny. Shiny. Oh, he's dead. Roll credits. No cost too great. Was I supposed to hit A? Yeah, right in there? I was supposed to hit A, right? Hopefully I didn't skip something. Normally when something talks, you hit A to continue in this game. Oh, it's a lot of corpses falling in here. No mind to think. No will to break. I think I'm just climbing back out of the abyss via the normal path. No voice to cry suffering. Born of God and void. You shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. I thought the other guy was the Hollow Knight. And so the King Soul has become the Void Heart. Again, again, again! Oh, the reflection's gone. So once again, a glyph has transformed. What are these things called again? Charms. There we go. An emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained, unifies the void under the bearer's will. This charm is a part of its bearer and cannot be unequipped. No! What? Oh! Okay, it doesn't use up any notches. Cool, that's fine. Hey guys. Bye. Nice knowing you. Okay, so it stopped. Ow. Oops. Oh hey, it doesn't hurt me anymore. So it used to cost me 5 notches in its previous form. Now it costs me 0. I was really concerned that they did this to me again. I thought it was gonna be like Grimm, where they're like, hey, by the way, you can't use your charms, ha! Because this asshole that you need to take with you uses up a bunch of your charms, but doesn't freaking help you during the fight, so why? It's, frustrating. But this one is permanently equipped, but it's just kind of there for lore reasons, hanging out, having a chill time. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna climb up the thing we just climbed. You get a lot of mileage out of this one room. I think you have to climb up and down it like 4 times, maybe? Or at least I have. So I think we're ready to challenge the Hollow Knight again. And hopefully all my cooler charms will make the fight a bit easier. I imagine unbreakable strength will be nice to have. So that bit of farming I did will be rewarded. Would have been nice to not have to do the farming, and I was primed to not have to do the farming, but I accidentally got the Unbreakable Heart first, because I didn't know the context of offering her a shiny, and bad luck made me make a permanent decision without context. Whoops. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't think anyone's supposed to be as hard as Nightmare King, so I can probably do it. But there's definitely just the pressure of like, oh no, final boss time. How tough could it be? Hi, bye. Onwards, you. It's time for us to go back to Dirtmouth. I almost said Hollow Nest. That's just the game. Does not look like any new dialogue. I thought maybe the progress we've made might lead to some dialogue. I'll check a few people. Alright, so I don't think I need you anymore. Or you anymore. I'm quite fond of having a giant nail. And the one that makes me do more damage is that one. And I have 1 point I can spend somewhere. Is there anything else I want to take off? Grub Song's pretty great for regen. Thorns of Agony is good for striking people back because I get hit a lot. Soul Catcher gives me more. Shaman Stone. What's the Soul Eater? That's the one better than Soul Catcher, but it costs 4 slots, so it's not an upgrade of 1 slot like I'd hoped for to make it fit. Sharp Shadow's 2 points. Lets you focus faster, which I'm terrible at wielding. Grimchild is 2 points. Nothing's quite filling out this spec the way I'd like to. I think that's why I keep using Defender's Crest so much, just 'cause, hey, it's 1 point, and a lot of the other options are not. Moving faster, I think, would just fuck with my ability to move at some point. Wow. Unless I want to unequip something, my options are iffy. That's why we wear the crest. It's just a stink of damage that just follows me around. And he's just apologizing again. Oh. Enjoy each other. Have fun. Goodbye. Wow. Dying way faster than I remember. We're gonna take a moment to check in on someone. There can't even be one good thing in this world. Ow. Not even one good thing. Oh my god, it feels gross. It feels gross when the freaking Geo doesn't fly towards me. After having that be true for basically the entire playthrough. I've said this every single time, but still. It always feels weird. And it feels weird again every time. The path is opened. One way or another, an end awaits here, inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me, were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt. Though if the moment presents, I'll aid if I'm able. Was she here before? I can't remember if she was here last time. Show me that bench! Choop. There we go. Hit! It's poopy in here. I don't really remember this fight very well. Let's go. Haha. Oop. Ow. Rude. Ow. Dude, you've got range. Range for days. Ow, I thought that was when you start stabbing yourself. Whoops. My bad. Ow. Ow. God, I'm bad at things. Oh, I don't remember that. Oh, shit. Alright. Try this again. Oh, wait, you. Because I care so much. Well, I don't care about the Geo, but I do care about my orbs existing. Even that stops me. It's amazing how many things he does will interrupt my basic stuff, like, oops, like my dash. I mean, not my dash, my, when I try to heal, and he'll be like, well, I yelled, and I'm like, stop that. It's rude. Ow. Ow. Really? Stop that. How did everyone get such good yelling powers? That's unsanitary. It's a lot of blob. Jesus. Stop! Your yelling's getting rude. Oh god. Sorry, I kind of missed what happened there. Dream. Thanks, Hornet. Sorry that it was off camera, but that wasn't my fault. Okay. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing the title card thing again. Hey. Okay, you can't hit the legs. Ow. Oh, double damage. Oh, those are not, you can't fit through between those the way I kind of hoped. Oh, it's coming out of the ground. Hey, it's like the White Palace a little bit. Yep. God damn it, I was looking at the floor. Sneaky. Ha. Ha. Oh, shit. Alright. Okay. There's some not so easy multitasking going on there. Wow, Hollow Knight died shockingly fast. I was really caught off guard by how quickly the Hornet thing happened. Which I assume was you beating the boss, but I don't know. Maybe it happened sooner than before. God damn it, no, don't walk into them, you jackass. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to do that, no! Lots of mistakes. No. No. I'm not even gonna make it. Yep. Yep. Alright, I'm probably gonna be going pretty quiet. Because I'm taxed mentally trying to do this. I did so much better. Full focus. Oh, we're not doing the intro part. Okay. Contrast, please. Fuck, man. Huh? God damn. It is hard. It is very hard to see all the white shit that's happening on the screen at the same time. There's just a lot of white things moving. And then orange, like off-white, glowy light stuff happening on a light background where I'm just like, oh shit, that attack hit me. I didn't even notice that it was happening. I think the subtlety award goes to the vertical beam that slides across the screen that just silently appears and it's like virtually invisible at times in the mess of everything. Fucking hell, man. Jesus. Like, the next attack would be already coming before I even landed. Like, I have to do these massive side dashes to avoid the horizontal swords. But then, before I even land, the next one's already there. And I'm like, I can't do anything until I hit the ground. That's how this works. I was making mistakes there, because in the past he has jumped forward before doing the cluster of attacks at me. But, oh shit. Well, that wasn't very useful. Shit, I think I just made a decision on accident. Damn it. I just accidentally did the same ending again, didn't I? Sealed Siblings achievement unlocked. I don't think she was in there last time. Shit, there's gonna be a whole unskippable credit sequence, isn't there? Damn it. It's a hell of a consequence for slightly mistiming how much healing to do between boss phases, is that the credits roll and you get a different ending and you have to wait and then load back in again. Alright, well I guess I'll see you in a little while. Yeah. I was messing up there because he does a cluster shot thing where he shoots a bunch of blorps everywhere out of his arm, and what happened is, in the previous attempt I think he kept jumping backwards first, but this one he just would do it right in my face, and I wasn't ready for that, because seemingly before he was dodging first. He really cooperated with me that one time where I did like an almost perfect run against him. I kind of want to try the dumb auto attackers. So Grub Song and Soul Catcher to get more soul, Unbreakable Strength and Mark of Pride to make me mega badass murder man, and Glowing Womb because I just kind of want to summon dudes that attack things. That could be interesting. I looked it up because I was curious, and apparently you auto heal between the two phases, so my healing was pointless. Good to know. I was curious about that. What's going on? Oh. Wait, no. I was gonna say I died in a dream, so there's no body to get back or something, but no, I didn't die in a dream. I got an ending. And I'm reloading after that. Right. I'm being kind of reckless based on the knowledge that you just heal anyway. Although that was a really bad attempt. Oh, I have to redo this. Well, this is going well. Oh god. Oh fuck. What hit me? Oh shit. Ah! The fuck? What was that? Was that it? I won't pretend to know what's going on in the story too much, because it's up there a little bit. As far as I can tell, the dregs of what's left behind when someone dies, and when that clings to the world, like that makes the world worse, and so cleansing that is good. There's definitely a hint at Bloodborne, actually, specifically, with like the hunter's dream, and where in Bloodborne you're spending the entire game in the hunter's dream, but then ultimately you have this idea that like you have this objective, potentially, at least for true ending potential, to like revolt against the hunter's dream finally and stuff like that, and that seems to be what happens here once again, is that there's dream realities, and the dream itself seems to be what you fight against, and that seems to be kind of hinted at by the fact that the moth lady that does all the dream stuff talks about how you might be able to like redeem the sins of her people, and then the final boss is clearly a moth thing. The Radiance is clearly a moth, and the dream nail lady moth person was a moth. That seems to be a connection there. But also the Radiance is a dream thing that's within Hollow Knight, and there's a lot of layers of figuring out what the hell that means at some point, but there it is. Wow, that strategy was brutally effective. Damn. I kind of did it on a whim just to give it a go, because I'm like, I'm having trouble hitting him, and I'm probably not. I'm having some trouble hitting them, but in particular, I don't know if I'll ever really be able to heal during this boss fight. What if I just used my energy for something else? I'm not going to be able to use it for healing. And I was like, I could use it for spell casting, but whenever I'm able to attack, I'm just as likely to be using nail attacks above all else. So I'll probably be using my nail. So I don't really care that much about doing spellcasting attacks if I'm just going to be doing my nail attacks all the time. So if my attacking is taken care of and I can't heal seemingly during that fight because I just can't get a moment of breath, what can I use that soul for? And I was like, I know, use that one that just summons babies out of your soul and they attack the boss. That'll make up for the fact that I can't reach the boss half the time because I'm just so busy dodging. And the boss seemed to go down like shockingly fast, so I'm guessing that must have been effective. I don't exactly have like damage meters to look at that tell me how much damage the little flies did, but it seemed like an effective use of my soul that I wasn't using otherwise, so that's cool. Why? Why? We did it, you guys. We beat Hollow Knight. It's a great game. It really is. I really only have like a couple of gripes, really, which is, I'm not fond of the map. And, like, I'm okay with the go unlock the map by finding the dude that can already unlock the region's map. Like, that's fine. But I'm not fond of how if you enter a giant room, if you enter a zone, the entire zone pops up on the map at once, and there's no hint of where you have and haven't gone yet. It's just like, here's a giant square, and I'm like, I could spend half an hour exploring the in and outs of that particular square, and that square actually represents an entire network of caverns and tunnels, but for some reason you just drew it as a square, for some reason. Like, it's the map's both non-representative at times and also just frustrating when you're trying to find secrets, to the point where I kind of get the feeling that just everyone who ever plays this game just looks up half the stuff when they finish. Like, well, I filled in most of the map. Let's just look up everything I don't have, because the map isn't going to help you find where you haven't gone yet, because it looks like it looks complete at that point. So that's all a bit weird. Aside from that, it just bothers me that it bothers me a little bit during boss fights how fast some of them are, because they can hurt you by touching you. It's cool. Like, I did a whole discussion of this in the comments at one point, but it's just, if you, there's a very specific way that video games work in many cases. Like, a lot of 3D games, people don't hurt you on contact. A lot of 2D games, people do. I get that much. But in a game like Cuphead or Castlevania or Mega Man and stuff like that, the enemies that attack you by touching you, including bosses, have very deliberate movements. They move at specific patterns, or their style of moving at you to hurt you is literally an attack, like they're charging you or something. Like, there's some kind of tell or some kind of pattern to how they behave. I don't think Hollow Knight's bosses sometimes I think they sometimes don't follow that rule. I think sometimes Hollow Knight's bosses are essentially just repositioning, but they sometimes reposition by literally walking through you, and I'm like, you can't just do that, dude. Because walking in this game has no tell and happens instantaneously. Like, you move so fast that if you're in melee range on somebody and they take one step forward, you get hurt by them automatically just by touching them, but you didn't make the mistake of touching them. They just walked into you and there was no tell for what was essentially an attack. Like, moving swiftly is fine if moving itself is not damaging, but when moving starts to cause damage, then you start needing to have a tell or patterns or something. And if you look at enemies like every enemy in Castlevania, like there's stuff like the Flea Man or the Mermaid or Merman or whatever that specifically attack you by touching you, but they have specific patterns, and also when you see them, you recognize them as being a thing that specifically is going to be jumping at you. but many other things like the skeletons and the axe knight will just kind of pace back and forth a little bit, or they'll slowly move forward at a consistent rate. Like, they don't just suddenly do erratic behaviors because they can damage you by touching you, and they, like, even from the original NES version of Castlevania, they knew that was unfair. Like, a Medusa head always moves at a parabola. Like, they don't just, nothing breaks pace, everything moves at a pattern or in a specific way, and that's because they knew that if stuff's gonna hurt you by touching you, it can't just erratically like jerk around the screen the way that some of the stuff does in Hollow Knight. It's relatively rare. A lot of Hollow Knight bosses do follow the rules by being a thing like, I'm gonna roly-poly across the screen and I'm a bouncy ball now and all that crap that happens. There's just a couple of boss fights that are against what usually the swordsman type enemies, where they're specifically meleeing you, and at times when they're positioning an attack or something, they'll just walk into you, and I'm like, you can't do that. I've never had to express this particular gripe with any game before, because I've never had to think about it in this term. So in a way, it's opening a discussion that's kind of entertaining to think about, because I've never had to think about this before. But Hollow Knight found a new rule to break that I've never seen broken before. But yeah, that I hope I'm articulating that correctly, and that makes sense to you guys, because yeah, like, you can't, that's the moment that touching you causes damage, the moment that's a fact, that makes walking into you a move, that makes walking into you an actual attack, and like all attacks, it's got to have some kind of tell, and it doesn't. So it just makes it so you take some unfair damage during some fights sometimes, which can be immensely frustrating if said fight is already hard. We did it. We got 3 endings, I guess. I didn't really specifically plan for that one, but I got a secondary ending by trying to heal when I didn't have to heal, and then trapping Hornet. Whoops. Thanks for watching like always. I'm sure I'll come back when the DLC comes out. I was hoping it would come out while this playthrough was happening, because I figured the playthrough would take probably about 2 months, and the DLC sounded like it was going to be coming out any week now, and then it didn't. So we'll see when that comes out then. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.